Hello friends, welcome back on The Pursuit of Wealth. It's Rod with Pow Group, and in today's MJ Sector Review, it's going to be a review for Friday, April 30th. TGIF, it's been a long week. Hope you had a great day and a great week, and hope you have a great weekend ahead. And in today's video, we're going to be discussing MSOS confirming a daily bull flag today. And we'll keep this video a little shorter. There wasn't really a whole lot of news other than APHA potentially delisting, so look for that to happen next week. After the Tilray deal gets completed. Also had the HEXO Meet and Greet today, and just as a heads up, before we get started with the charts, I did have to take down the video today. I was not aware that we were not supposed to be sharing that out publicly, so I had to remove that, and HEXO did get in contact with me and just let me know that that was an issue, and I took it down right away, and they thanked me for the quick action on that. So if you didn't get the chance to watch it or you didn't finish it, apologies, but that was meant to be for business to business. So moving on to the charts. So MSOS had a daily bull flag confirmed today, and we held EMA 12 perfectly. We had a mini higher low. You could technically say we had a daily trend change, but not much of a pullback, so we're not 100% convinced yet. So is this the top? I'm not convinced. We closed at the high of the day. We could see a potential EMA 12 and 26 bull cross. SPY is at all-time highs. It did consolidate and see some profit taking there today into the weekend, but we're getting over EMA 12, and we closed over EMA 12, EMA 26 here on MSOS, which is the ETF that tracks all of the big MSOs in the US. So we've been rejecting ever since the all-time high, and we got above here and a little bit of a fake out. So the question is this the real move? Do we see a bullish cross of the EMA 12 and 26? And do we see further upside from here? We've got resistance coming up at 44.68, and the high of the day was 42.67, close at 42.66. So pretty much right at the high of the day. And at this point, we're not even close to daily overbought. And like I said, daily uptrend confirmed, so you could technically consider that a daily uptrend. I wouldn't argue with you. But after 44.68, we're looking at 49.20. Taking a look at the weekly time frame. So big bounce on the weekly. We are potentially topping out here at EMA 12, which is sitting at 42.72. So we need to be a little bit aware of that resist. Again, close the week at the high of the day or the high of the week, right? So very bullish close. We've got a lack of resistance here on the weekly up until 49.20. And this monthly consolidation was fairly extreme, right? From the highs, we're down 30%. And with legalization on the horizon and Safe Banking Act, you better believe there's going to be a lot of long-term investors and players who are looking to get into this space who are going to be buying on monthly consolidation. So is this the top? I don't think so. I think we could see further upside from here. But again, SPY is really going to dictate where things go from here, in my opinion. So on the bear list, we had CARA, BAM, and KBEV. And on the bull list, we had KHRN, CURA, and CL. So taking a look at MSOS here, on the weekly, we did close below the 10-week moving average of 43.68, and the MACD and the stochastic have yet to cross bullish as well. So we're not 100% convinced on the macro indicators that this move has some real weight behind it. In terms of the moving averages, we don't have any established because of how new the ticker is. But we'll look at the daily moving averages. We are potentially hitting the 100 here at 43.11. So again, this could be a temporary top. Is this the top? I doubt it. I would say it's more of a temporary top. We may need to come back down and form a higher low. Again, if SPY sees any weakness, that's going to impact MJ as well, in my opinion. And we could see a bit of a bear cross here of the 50 and the 100 moving average. So if that were to occur, we could even be heading back down to support or around to the $35 area. So we need to be ready for all scenarios. But again, in my opinion, with the landscape in the US changing rapidly and new strategies in Congress to potentially push this along a little further and quicker, that's going to be extremely key and important to keep our eyes on. So taking a look at the weekly chart here, we did close below the 10-week, the weekly VWAP. So that is notable, but that's up at 43.75 again could act as resistance, as it acted as resistance for the last few weeks. Moving on to the Canadian sector. So we had RIV, SNDL, and PWR leading the decline, and NSP, ZENA, and HEXO, CanTrust, PCLO. So taking a look at HEXO, we had that falling wedge that broke bullish, and we're breaking out in a big way. And now we're looking at this uptrend here on the daily. We closed every candle above that line, that uptrend line. And we've yet to start daily consolidation. So like I mentioned in the video the other day, might have been yesterday, we could see an EMA 12 and 26 bull cross. Look at how quickly those are curling up as well. And this is a typical MJ move, right? Especially on a strong name like HEXO. I know a lot of people that are, foaming at the mouth, at these prices. I mean, $5 at HEXO is an absolute steal in my opinion. Let me know in the comments below if you agree, but I said in my previous video, I think it was yesterday, that there's so many people right now that are looking for a higher low or waiting for some kind of pullback on the daily, because from this move off the lows, we're up almost 40% now. So maybe we go to 50% and then we top out, we trigger some FOMO, right? We get people in, the market makers make people FOMO in, buy the top, and then we come down, form a daily higher low. Maybe we top out. We've got a lack of resistance right now on the daily up until 850. So we are pulling back. We got outside of the Bollinger Band and started to pull back. So keep an eye on this into next week, but it's entirely possible we see an inside bar leading into next week. And then we'll be looking at resistance high of today, 691, and support at 633. If we do come down and break support, we'll be looking for a higher low, and we'll look to hold the $6 area, as anything above that is essentially a daily bull flag on any pullback. But we need to lose the hourly uptrend for this daily bounce to be finished. And the hourly uptrend, we almost lost it there with a lower high into a lower low, but bulls saved it and ended up closing with a higher high, and it ended up being an hourly bull flag as well into the end of the day. So nice strong close, and we could be seeing continuation into next week. If that were to occur, we'd be looking at a bounce to around the 710, 720 area, and it's looking good. Let's just bring up HEXO on the weekly chart. King HEXO closed over the 10-week moving average at 653. Woo! That is good. Starting to see the MACD curl, and could even see a little bit of faint curling here in the stochastic. A little bit of desperation, but again, I'm not worried in the slightest after attending that meeting today and seeing their brands, seeing their products, seeing their, the people on the panel, just young, ambitious, and just, you can see the excitement in their faces and hear it in their voices, and it's just really a thing of beauty to be, I'm a very proud shareholder and very grateful for the opportunity, actually, and that I've recognized it well in advance, I think, before the majority of people. So if we can get that stochastic and MACD to cross bullish, we closed above the 10-week moving average, which was a a bonus for the bulls, but we still have some work to do with that stochastic and MACD. But taking a look at the weekly time frame, we also have the 100 weekly moving average at 740, which has been rejecting the price. We've yet to close a weekly candle above that, so that has been proving strong resistance. So we'll look for a close above 740 into next week, as this week has now finished. And taking a look at the daily, we did close over the 50-day moving average, which was potentially going to act as resistance. It definitely did. We saw a little bit of a pullback. We closed the day at 672 US, and the 50-day moving average at 663. So a convincing close above that 50-day moving average. So again, another point in favor of the bulls, but still a lot of work to do. MACD curling and blasting off here on the daily as well. So that's a step in the right direction, a good sign. And another good sign on HEXO on the weekly. We held that weekly VWAP. So we closed above the 20 weekly moving average, and we held the weekly VWAP. So that's another bullish indicator as well. But just taking a look at some of our other names here real quickly on the daily chart. So CGC Nothing, right? We lost the low of yesterday by a few pennies. APHA higher, we broke the high of yesterday, but pulled back within that range. And look at HEXO, higher high and closed above yesterday's high. So we've been saying for a while now that HEXO has been one of the lead, and think that they're extremely undervalued compared to their peers. And if you look back in the last couple months on the retracement and the bounce on all of those major names, HEXO has been faring out the best. And Zenabis also doing really well, up almost 10% there today, closed at the high of the day. And 12 cents was the resistance. Next is 12.5, and after 12.5, we have a lack of resistance up until 15.5 cents. So what I suspect is going to happen next week, we potentially see a bull cross of these EMAs on HEXO and Zenabis, and Zenabis may potentially run a bit more in terms of percentage, and that may decrease the discount. Shout out to Patrick in our group, who constantly shares out the arbitrage opportunities and discounts between HEXO and Zenabis, and mentioned today that that is shrinking, and I think it was at around 18 or 20%, and now I expect that to narrow even further, because we've got a lack of resistance here, and the closer we get to the date, we've got May 13th as the shareholder vote date, so less than 2 weeks away. The closer, if you take a look at the discount right now between Afria and Tilray, it's literally less than 1%. So there's literally no arbitrage opportunity at all. Why is that? It's because the deal's going to go through next week, right? So the arbitrage opportunity gets lower and lower. So the opportunity window is becoming shorter as time goes on with every passing day. So if you are looking for a potential entry, again, this isn't financial advice. It's just for entertainment and educational purposes. But if you are looking to, if you're wondering whether or not you should buy HEXO or Zenabis, maybe a good idea to diversify and buy some ZENA, as well, as it is offering a bit of a discount right now, about 20% from just buying HEXO, regular HEXO shares. So again, not financial advice. Do what you want, but that's what I've been doing. A lot of people in our group have been doing. And I will look to trim those Zenabis shares once we get closer to around the par mark, right? The even mark on that arbitrage opportunity and discount price. And if any of that sounds too confusing to you, just check out our website at pursuitofwealthgroup.com or powgroup.ca. Consider joining us for a 1-week free trial, no credit card required, and come join our group. And we basically share this out 24/7. And if you have any questions, or if there's anything you need more on-demand type of question, we answer it all day, every day, and you get a little bit more tailored response that way, other than just these YouTube videos after hours. And we share those discounts and those opportunities for arbitrage and playing those different types of discounts. So with that, going to end it there. Congrats to the Bulls, and looking forward to what next week has in store. I hope everyone has a great weekend this weekend. Thanks again for joining us on the Pursuit of Wealth. If you could, one more time, smash the like and subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate it. Show me some support. Can't wait to do another video here after. I was going to do another video with some more tidbits of the HEXO video, but from the meet and greet today, but obviously not able to do that. So I got some other ideas in mind, and we shall see you after close on Monday for another daily market recap and an MJ sector review. Take care, everybody.